A former residential school priest entered a plea of not guilty today in Powerview, Pine Falls, Manitoba. Arthur Massé was charged in June with 1 count of indecent assault. The incident involved a student who was 10 years old at the time. The RCMP say the alleged abuse occurred between 1968 and 1970 at the Fort Alexander Residential School. The allegations of sexual abuse at the institution resurfaced in 2010, sparking a decade-long investigation involving more than 80 officers who gathered 75 witness and victim statements. Victoria McIntosh identified herself as the alleged victim.
And I just talked to one of my relatives here, and we, our mothers are sisters. So we mentioned, this is for our mothers too. And when they couldn't talk and they can only cry. So I come here as their voice as well.
McIntosh isn't the only person to file a complaint against Massé. Marilyn Corshane says she told authorities about the former priest 15 years ago.
He's not taking responsibility for his actions, and he's not being accountable to this community. And yet he's been here, he was here 40 plus years with our children and our families.
The former priest was absent from the courtroom. Instead, his lawyer phoned in on his behalf.
I think it was, even though I had mentioned in my IAP report that I requested his presence, which is like 15 years ago. He said no. I requested, I did my day school, and I mentioned him in there again, and then nothing again, and then this statement, again, nothing. So that's 3 times I've tried. So it's not working.
Massé worked in several First Nations communities and residential schools across Manitoba and Ontario. His next court date is set for September 14th in Winnipeg. Brittany Guillot, APTN National News, Winnipeg.